to watch the video for that long. Let me post something really briefly here in the link. Okay. All right. Okay, so first let me talk about how I got started with using social media. And then I'll kind of go from there. So I started my very first business, which is called Choosing Nursing LLC, right? Choosing Nursing. And you can find us, of course, almost all the social media platforms. And when I started it, I did not know any other way, honestly, to start than through social media. And this was like way back in 2015 when I started. And so this was before the pandemic, before everybody started to like really understand social media, or not, maybe not understand, but like see the demand for social media and etc. And so social media, it's honestly the only way I've really learned predominantly to grow any business online. So it doesn't matter what type of business you are, but any business online. And that's how I started. So I've been learning all this stuff for, a really long time. And I'm so glad that this is the route that I was led towards and led to do, because it is so fruitful and so beneficial in so many ways, which I'll get into later in the video. So I started off by, like most people, I got a coach, and the coach helped to inspire me to go in the right direction, or to go in this direction. And then like from there it just kind of took off. And then I just kind of had like a grace for this area, honestly. So the biggest thing that helped me to grow, and what Choosing Nursing is, if you're not familiar, is that we focus mainly on helping people to pass, helping nurse graduates to pass the NCLEX, so providing NCLEX review trainings and information, etc. And one of the biggest things that really helped us to grow so fast is just honestly content. It was content delivery. It was just posting content that really resonated and connected with so many people, and not just only resonated, but was also informative, valuable, insightful, educative, etc. And just doing a lot of that. And so that's how we were able to grow so fast, and so maybe like it didn't take, because I started building the pages in 2016. And then like before I knew it, I had, at the end of like a year, we had like almost 10 or 12,000 followers or something like that, across multiple platforms. So, like Facebook and Instagram. And so now at the time of me doing this video, we're probably like somewhere around 100,000 or more followers combined across multiple different social media platforms. And then we've also been able to grow our email list, like a little over 18,000 email subscribers. So there's a lot of momentum that occurs behind social media. So the question I want to ask you today, as you're listening to this, is like, what would having 18,000 ideal clients on your email list do for your business, right? What would that do for you? How would that shift things for you? How would that cause things, make it easier for you to grow and for you to expand, and then also for you to be able to create passive income that helps your business to do bigger things than what you're already doing right now? So there's different platforms that you can use and leverage, and I'll talk briefly about each of them. So first we have Facebook, right? So Facebook will always be here. Facebook, that now they're changing, and they've already changed their name though to Metaverse, right? So it's no longer really Facebook technically, but we all know it as Facebook. And so Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and one of the newest ones, but very, very popular, is TikTok, right? So, oh, and then also Clubhouse. I mean, not forget about Clubhouse as well. So here's the thing is like you will have to spend time doing your own research as far as like which platform you should start off with and dedicate the most amount of energy at the beginning, because your ideal client or customer or whoever, they're not on all those pages, you know. And some people, you could literally find yourself wasting months, weeks, years promoting your business, feeling discouraged, feeling like things aren't moving. In reality, you're just on the wrong platform. That's just really what it is. And for a lot of people, the problem is that a lot of people, well, maybe I say a lot of people, but sometimes this is the part where you have to be willing to work on yourself. Is some people will intentionally promote on the platforms that they feel more comfortable promoting, but you can't do that. You have to honestly pick the platform where your ideal client or customer is. And that's where you'll begin to see things really take off. So there's a lot of statistics actually behind each of the particular platforms, which I said I won't really go into today because it would take a long time to go over that. That's something that I do talk about more in depth in our business courses, into more detail. But just to kind of summarize it really quickly, Facebook, the largest out of all of them, because it has over almost 2 billion users, not million, but billion, all across the country, across the world. And then Facebook also is ideal platform when you are selling something that's more premium, more costly. Instagram, more of a younger generation, 800 million users the last time I checked. It may be close to 1 billion now, especially since Facebook acquired it. Snapchat is still around, but Snapchat honestly is ideal for really more younger users are on Snapchat. So, and when I say younger, I mean like teens. There's people that are older that are on there too, but it's usually more like teenagers, adolescents. Pinterest, that's really ideal for if you're trying to hit that audience of DIY type of people that like to do things for themselves, women. Pinterest is also really great because there's a statistic that says that 67% of people that use Pinterest use it to help them determine a buying decision. Twitter is most ideal if your audience or ideal client is men. LinkedIn is a professional platform, so really that's the platform that you go on if you are trying to network. It's more business professional, more professional period. So that's more ideal for LinkedIn. YouTube has a lot of rewards if done consistently over time. YouTube can give you access to such a wide audience base, and you can really reach millions of people across the world. But YouTube does require, putting in that work before you get those type of results. And then TikTok, if you're not on TikTok, you got to get on TikTok today. If you're feeling discouraged about using social media and you're feeling like you're not going to get that much momentum, it's not going to move that quickly, then you need to use TikTok. Because TikTok right now, because the algorithm always changes, is the best time to join because of the organic reach that comes with TikTok. You don't even have to pay ads, and you can have so much reach with TikTok. So those are some of those are all the really the most popular ones as far as social media. Okay, then now let's talk about organic growth versus paid growth, right? So sometimes one of the things that I'll ask people, their biggest concern with starting a business, especially online, is not being certain if they're going to get clients, which honestly is a poverty mindset for me to say it in a the most blunt way I could say it, because there's so many people online. It's just a matter of the strategy and the method that you use. So the thing about organic versus paid, so let me talk really briefly about that. What does organic growth mean? So organic means that you post something, right? So either you post it manually or you hire somebody else to post it, but pretty much you are posting, and you're posting, maybe adding some hashtags on whichever platforms that I just mentioned, in order to grow on social media, as well as gain access to your ideal client or customer eventually, right? Or soon or whatever, right? So that's organic growth. Paid growth is where you invest money, right? So pretty much up front, you invest money in order to reach those clients and customers. Okay? So the thing about it for a lot of people, especially people that are starting out, is most people, oh no, I don't want to do ads. I just want to grow on social media and make 6 figures with no ads. Well, all right. Well, hopefully you're ready to put in the time and the energy and the work, because it's, unless it, like, well, yeah, either, but it doesn't matter which platform it really is, honestly. If you're going to rely on organic, then you have to be ready to post more frequently, right? So if you're thinking about posting, I'm gonna post once a week here and there and pray for my customers to find me, you're gonna get frustrated and discouraged really, really fast. So you can do, because I did organic, right? I grew a lot of it. We definitely use paid too, though, because I recognize the power of paid ads. But I also did organic as well. All right, there was a time where I literally was like, okay, let me just go live for 30 days straight, and that had such astronomical results with our social media. And it just really, really grew things really, really quickly. But it was a matter of a lot of consistency and work and putting in and thinking ahead of time what to talk about, etc. So you can, and then that's Facebook, right? So there's other ways to put out content, whether it's like a picture or writing like words or whatever. You can grow organically with no paid ads. You can make 6 figures, probably not 7 though. 6 figures organically, but you have to be ready to post highly valuable, creative, visual, appealing content every day. And it'll probably take about, maybe, and depending on the platform, maybe 2 to 3 times a day. And it'll probably take you about 2 to 3 weeks before you finally get your ideal client or customer. Okay? That's honestly the reality. That's the reality, and that's giving you the real dirty. And the reality is that for a lot of people, they're not willing to do that. They're not willing to do that. They don't have the time to do that. They don't have the energy to do that. They're balancing other stuff. And this is the reason why people are doing that in the first place, is because they just don't have the money to make the upfront investment that the paid advertising requires. So just be aware, if you're going to do organic, know upfront that you have to keep going. You have to be pretty frequently, and everything has to be fire. Everything that you post has to be good. That's just what it is. The paid though, the difference with paid though, if you can learn the strategy, which is the part where honestly you will need to know your audience well as also probably invest in teachings, courses, or any type of help that will help you to get paid results faster. The paid one though, you could literally pay something today and get money like within a few minutes, right? That's the difference with paid advertising. Paid is faster, reliable, and more predictable and scalable. Unless you hire a lot of people to post for you all the time repetitively, it's hard to scale organic. It's hard to scale organic. What you can do though is that you can use organic to give you the right data to turn it into paid, which is what I do all the time. So if let's say I want to do something, I want to try something new, I'm going to first push it out organically, see what type of results it gets, and if it does very well, then I'm going to turn it into a paid advertising thing. So now I know that I'm not going to lose money doing it. So that's one of the strategies behind doing paid versus organic. So paid, faster, more reliable, but it requires skill and knowledge, the right knowledge, so you can get the type of results that you want quickly. Let me tell you right now, there are people that literally invest $1 million a year, some even $1 million a month, believe it or not. That's why Facebook is always going to do really well. Okay, because they know what they've built. But there are literally some that invest that will pay $1 million a year to make $6 million in their business, right? So they literally spend $1 million in Facebook ads, which will give them an ROI of $6 million in their coaching business, in their whatever their business. Usually it's a coaching type of business. So the thing you have to see it is that, like, if you can figure out the skill, that's why it's worth it to pay into something. If you can figure out the skill, the strategy that will give you that type of ROI in your business, oh my God, yes. Take my money, Facebook, right? Because if I'm going to give you $1 and you're going to give me $6, then it's worth it. Okay, so, man, just talking about this gets me excited because I just love the power of ads, but then I also love the power of organic reach as well. So that's the things you have to consider. Now, I want to go over with you really briefly what are all of the benefits, or maybe a lot of them, that I've experienced of using social media to grow your business. Doesn't mean that you have to stop at social media, right? You can have in-person events, right? You can market on other platforms, magazines, newspapers, partnerships, etc. But let me tell you about all of the benefits of using social media either predominantly or in conjunction to promote your business. 1, immediate social proof. Okay? Immediate social proof. So nowadays, because of the age that we live in, especially with a lot of scam and fraud, when you have more followers, people naturally, just by human nature, naturally assume you're more credible, right? You can't tell me the last time that you stumbled across a page and because of the number of followers they had, whether you admitted that it was the followers or not, you can't tell me the number of followers they had didn't influence you to say, yeah, I'm gonna follow them. Yeah, I'm gonna like them. Yeah, I'm gonna see what they're posting, right? So you have to be aware that it creates immediate social media proof. People are more likely to just go with the masses, right? People are more likely to click a button and say, yes, I'm gonna buy this $1,000 thing, whatever, without even talking to anybody because of the social media proof, right? It's the reason why people invest and people will pay thousands of dollars for courses and not even talk to anybody because of the social media proof. So people who are really moving up in business right now, they're putting so much money into ads. They're putting so much money into ads in order to make money, increase their following, which they know is going to give them a big ROI, right? So yeah, so there's that. Another thing as well is another benefit of growing your business on social media is instant audience access. Instant audience access. So one of the issues for a lot of people is like, oh man, I don't know, nobody's going to respond, or I'm not going to get any clients, or a lot of times it's like discouraging to do stuff because you're not going to get the reach that you desire, or you don't get the reach that you desire. But when you grow your online, you grow your social media, like, it's so easy to reach people. Like, a second, a second, a minute. You can survey your audience like that. Like, for example, if I wanted to find out why people are dealing with X, Y, and Z, I could post a question on our social media and get a bunch of results right away, right, within 5 minutes. Versus if you don't have social media following, what do you have to do? You have to go and like do research online. You have to go and talk to people. You have to go ask other people's audience, and it's just so much more work. Another thing too, number 3, is sponsorship opportunities, right? So there's more opportunities that you get that where literally you don't even have to, honestly, you don't even have to go to them. They will come to you. I can't tell you how many emails, DMs, messages that we get all the time of people asking to promote on our page, asking to do whatever they want to do on our page. Recently, we got one person that sent an email out that literally said that we'll pay you $1,000 just to post a 30-second ad on one of your videos, right? So, and the opportunities, like, it really vary in nature. So lots of sponsorship opportunities where companies will literally be willing to pay you money just to have a piece of the pie, so to speak, so they can promote on your platform. Another thing too is speaker opportunities, right? So a lot of times as well, opportunities for you to speak also get open because of the number of followers you have, right? Let me tell you, I'm telling you the truth, right? A lot of people, it's hard for them to digest, but I remember even just like listen to other stories where they, based on whether they invited them to speak or determined how much they were going to pay them was based on how many followers they have. Okay? It was based on how many followers they have, right? Because they know that if you have a certain number of following, you can obviously tell your followers to attend our event. So that's going to help our event to get bigger, to attract more people, which will be a win-win situation for both of us. So there are people that literally get denied opportunities just because they don't have enough followers, right? I'm telling you the truth. So that's one thing as well, is you get more speaker opportunities. Another thing as well is affiliate income. Affiliate income or passive income. When you grow your social media, especially when you learn how to, the ideal places to post the links, you can grow passive income through affiliate as well, right? And affiliate income is essentially where you are promoting another business, and as a result, when people use your link, you get some of the money back. And then the last one is virality. All right, virality or viral. So here's the thing about here. Let me give you a good example so to compare it, right? If you go to your job, right, whether let's say job or even maybe the business that you have right now, the way your business is set up. If you go to your job and you work your job, whatever you have to do that day, or that you do every day, and you work your business, whatever you do in your business that day, make phone calls, talk to people, whatever, you're only going to get paid for what you did that day, right? You're only going to get paid for what you did that day. You're only going to receive a ROI for what you did that day, and etc. But the difference with social media is that because of something that you did on a particular day, you can still get the rewards for it weeks, days, months, even years later. There are things that I posted, even right now. We have a Pinterest page. I haven't posted on that page in maybe like a year, but I still get email notifications every day that people are following us, that we're getting new leads because of the thing that I posted years ago. So the thing about social media is that social media has a compounding effect, right? So that's another reason why, because man, life is too short. Ain't nobody got time to be doing stuff all the time, right? Time and energy. So there is a virality effect with social media. So here's the last thing. What does it take? Ooh, what does it take to reap the rewards, right? Wouldn't you love it if you could, let's say you put aside 2 to 5 years into growing your social media, maybe faster, depending on how much you're willing to leverage. And that literally reaps you the benefits for 20, 40 years, right, to come, plus also your children benefit from it too. But what it takes though is that it's kind of like think of like an airplane. An airplane, it takes some lifting off, right? When an airplane is about to go up in the air, I mean, I don't know the skill behind like, flying an airplane, but it takes like some momentum for it to begin to pick up speed, to go up and stay in the air. That's the same way you have to look at social media. It takes some momentum to pick up the speed, right? Depending on how much work you put in initially, the more you do, the faster you get the results. But it takes some momentum. So it's going to require you, unless you have a marketing budget, right, to invest, you're going to take some of your own capital, or you're going to get business credit or business financing, whatever. It takes some consistent, like being consistent, connecting with your audience consistently, and creativity. All of those combinations combined, plus obviously having a good business infrastructure, can lead you to astronomical, life-changing results, right? Where literally your children's children are benefiting because of what you did 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That's the beautiful thing about social media. And that's why, and you can get clients on autopilot. It doesn't have to be a lot of work for you to get clients, right? It doesn't have to be a lot of work. It doesn't have to be a lot of effort, energy. But the challenge is that when you have when you don't have social media to add to what you're doing, you're always putting the same amount of effort, energy all the time. You're always putting, like the amount of effort that you put in now is, without social media, is only going to last you for right now. But with social media, it's going to keep lasting. So that was it. I hope that what I said, I hope that you found it informative, beneficial, enlightening. I hope that you learned something from it. If you found it helpful, if you're not already part of our business blueprint social media course, that course you'll really find it really beneficial, because in the course I break down all of this and more, but step by step. I share my screen with you. I provide you with exercises, and I really help you to navigate how to grow your social media, right? How to grow your business, period, using social media, right? So how to it's like literally you're taking a marketing infusion to your business. What you don't want to do, you don't want to be in a position where you have to rely on what other people tell you in order to grow your business online. Because now you're at their mercy, right? Especially if you come across, and because not everybody is, like I said earlier, there's people that are not good. Then they'll tell you, okay, oh, this is how it is, this is what you should, this is how it is. And so now you're really waiting on them to tell you whatever they're going to tell you, versus you learning all this stuff for yourself and being able to compare and know, okay, this is not good. Oh, this is good. Oh, okay, I should start an ad now. Oh, no, I don't need to start an ad now. Okay, this is where my reach is. Okay, this means this. Having that knowledge is so empowering for you and for your business. And that's how you eventually turn it, where now it's 6 figures and now it's a 7-figure business, because you learn how to leverage social media in a very powerful way. And you can essentially do it once you figure out the blueprint and you master it. Now all you have to do is just hire other people to do all the work for you. And meanwhile, you're getting the ROI every single month, right? So If you want to learn more, if you haven't already, click below this video. It's called the the 90-day-business-blueprint.com. The 90-day-business-blueprint.com. That's my course that I've tailored, I've customized, especially to help individuals like yourself who want to know, how do I take my business and put it on like steroids using social media. That's what the course is going to teach you. All right, so thank you for watching, for listening. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to work more closely, where we actually sit down with you, we meet through Zoom, and then we actually help you to design a social media template for your business. So that way everything is super customized and tailored to your business, and show you, how to post, what platform to use, setting it up for you, helping you to customize your images and what type of content to use, and then helping you to identify the platform you should use. Then you can also reach out as well for that type of help. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day. Talk with you.